What's up everyone, it's Witters World here again, back at it again with another video. Outside chilling, drinking some, I don't know what this is, but it's refreshing. But I'm here to speak about our 4x100m team, our men's 4x100m team, and the fact that I've been seeing the fans saying that it's possible that they could break the record. And I saw a particular video with Oral Tracy saying that the athletes, they can break the record based on the data that was provided by Bruce James, right? And while I think that the team has the talent to break the record, I don't think they will break the record, because there's a huge difference between this team and the team that broke the record. Because with Nesta Carter, Michael Frater, and Asafa Powell, those guys were in the same camp, right? And those guys had chemistry. Therefore, those guys, they were able to practice without having a camp or anything like that, because Jamaica doesn't really have a lot of relay camps to let the athletes come together and practice. But these guys, they were good friends. They had chemistry. You had a Yawn Blake and Usain Bolt that was in the same camp, and Michael Frater and Nesta Carter that were in the same camp. So it was so easy for these guys to gel, because athletes on that team were from similar camps. So with the team with Carter, Frater, Blake and Bolt, that team, you can say, okay, Blake and Bolt are from the same camp, right? Carter and Frater from the same camp. So they will have time to practice with each other, and until they meet up, then they can know how to collect the baton. So for example, Yawn Blake would know how to pass the baton to Usain Bolt, because they're in the same camp, so they would know how to get that done. Nesta Carter would know how to pass the baton to Michael Frater, because they are in the same camp, right? The only guys on that team that would probably need a little practice is the pass between Frater and Blake. So that's the only practice that was needed in that relay that ran the 36, right? It was Frater to Blake. Those two guys were the only two guys that needed to have some form of practice, because they didn't get enough while they were in training at their various clubs. But overall, the team, those guys on the team were from similar clubs and were able to practice with each other and have great chemistry, and has been running the relays together for years, right? So that is how they got their practice. They did not have a designated relay camp. Now, for these guys to get the record, they would need to have designated relay camps for these guys to get together, because these guys, all of them are from different club. Akeem, different club. Oblique, different club. Level, different club. Kishe, different. So all four guys are from separate clubs, and the likelihood of them meeting up to practice is very slim, unless Jamaica really and truly is serious about breaking the record, which I don't think they are. So I don't think they are going to meet up. I don't think they're going to have a camp. I believe that they're probably going to meet up 3 days before the 4x100m to practice. I think they're going to practice probably when they reach to the championship, and that is not enough time to get the baton to get the baton pass is perfect to run that 36 on the 400 the 4x100 meter. That is not enough time for them to get practice in. So I think we're a little bit over our heads with that one. So I disagree with many of the analysts that are saying that, you know, these guys will break the record, right? You know, Tracy said they can break the record. I don't believe so. I don't believe they can break the record right now. Next year, next Olympics, next World Championship, it's possible if these guys are still there, right? On the top, you know, then it's possible. But and they get more relay runs in during the seasons, and you know, run at a world relay together to get used to each other. But I don't see them breaking the record. Do I see them winning? Yes, they can definitely win, and with that they still need to have great baton passes to run a 37.1 or a 37.2, right? But I don't think they can break the record. I think we're getting too excited. Let me take a sip. I think we're getting too excited. We're getting too excited because I don't think that these guys will break the record this year. It's possible maybe another 2 years or so, but not right now. So what we need to focus on is passing the baton properly and not focus on record, because that's what we need to do. We need to get the baton around safely, use up the exchange zones, and get the baton around. Focus on that. We don't need to be talking about breaking world records right now. We're not in that position. We don't have that chemistry. We don't have that amount of practice, right? They would have to definitely prove me wrong, but I don't see it happening. Do I see us winning? Yes, we can definitely win that relay. Easy. Record breaking? No. Unless we have a relay camp. And people, I don't have the faith that Jamaica is going to come together and, you know, have this relay camp and the coaches speak to each other and, oh yes, let us make our athletes meet up, let us do this for the country pride, blah blah blah. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm sorry. Everyone is going to be focused on their individual event, especially a Kishane and a Civil. They're going to be focused on their individual event, and that's just it. That's just the truth. I hope I'm proven wrong, but I don't believe that they're going to break the world record this year. We need to get that out of our minds. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Witters World.